Hello, guys. I wanted to just thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. There is just a little bit more of local news that I wanted to share with you that other people are not necessarily sharing. I know they're going to start. What usually tends to happen is I start speaking and people are like, oh, that sounds cool, and then they jump on. I welcome it because the more people sharing progressive news and ideas, the better. So welcome to my world. Anyway, I am Molasses Jones, and you're watching Thrilling News Thursday on Sweet TV. A couple of bits of information that you don't want to miss. Excuse me, on campus, I got a little. Janet Mock is going to be on campus. That's going to be pretty darn awesome. Beautiful transgendered woman who's recently exploded in the media, this, particularly when she was speaking with, what's that guy's name? I don't know. I don't know. He's on CNN, took over for the King guy. Anyway, they're not on Sweet TV, so we don't talk about them so much. But Janet Mock is going to be here on campus, and I really, really hope that she'll be able to stop in and sit right next to me on Sweet TV. I can imagine it in one of those pretty dresses or something. Janet Mock, shout out to you. We welcome you to this community. If you want to attend that event, you can go to Eventbrite. It's probably on a Facebook page through the Center for Sexual and Gender Diversity. Also, I wanted to make sure, I don't know if the last video recorded, Tommy France of Duke University, professor of African and African American Studies and Dance, was on campus, and he introduced us to Kyle Abrams, Kyle in Motion. Really, really awesome. There was a professor, there is a professor, her name is Eileen Hall, who's going to be talking about women's workers' rights. I think for some reason, women's voices have gotten stuffed. I mean, we've been saying for the past 10 or 15 years that women are making less than men for doing the same job. And I believe that more women in power and more women working for women in power, I mean, really becoming a unified team, like, you know, what they're doing on Lean In, etc. I think that's really gonna help, but we can't use the same rhetoric. I mean, I had to use it myself because I didn't have another way to describe it. But when your image is controlled and you're not even making the same amount for doing the same thing, it's just too much control. So Professor Hall, who is the chair of the Feminist Studies Department here at UC Santa Barbara, is going to be giving a talk on April 30th. That talk is going to happen at the Student Resource Building, the Multi-Purpose Room. So SRB, Multi-Purpose Room, from 4 to 5:15 with a reception later. Also, let's see. I think I'm gonna end there with local news, and I'm going to go to national news. I want to say happy birthday to Barbara Streisand. She's always been an ally of our community, and I've actually, saw that she is around Santa Barbara a bit. I don't know if she has a home, but she obviously has friends in a place where she feels very comfortable here. Have yet to run into her, but happy birthday. We'd love to have you on Sweet TV. Jason Collins, shout out to him. He just received one of the awards for being one of the most influential, one of the 100 influential people. Also, Beyonce was listed, and I guess I have a little bit of angst about that because Beyonce's image is so controlled. I just don't think she gets to lead us on, she came through kind of like the black R&B music, woman positive. It's always been that, and that's great. But I don't think she gets to lead us on sexuality too. I think her time is done, and she doesn't really get to I just don't think that she speaks for me. I don't think I want her to speak for me. I am in terms of an artist and a person, I'm a bit edgy. I'm way edgier than she is. And I really want my voice not to be filtered by major media at all whatsoever. So shout out to Beyonce and congratulations. But I just think in terms of speaking for women and young women, that there are many other voices out there who can represent, even if we're going to tokenize, who can represent what women feel as beings, as sexual beings, as fierce women. There's a lot more out there. And plus, she's not giving props to the people who are helping her to create that image. So I can't say that she's giving I'm not giving her the thumbs up on that as yet. However, I'm open. Jodie Foster, hot damn, is now married to Alexandra Hudson. They make a lovely couple. I want to see some babies. Hear me? Some little ones running through there. Or some great sex tapes. Come on, Jodie. This is what we want these days. Sex and babies. And then lastly, Asha French and National News. Asha French really did a great job on her blog, Modern Mom. She took a feminist ally slant to recent murders of gay children. So what she did, and you can find this yourself, she wrote a blog entry that talks about the top 10, that is entitled, the top 10 alternatives to murdering your gay child. And one of them was reading the Bible. And what she suggests, Asha, in her column is that the person who considers murdering their gay child read the Bible first, rereads it, assuming that they've read it in the first place, and draws a column, one with themselves, for themselves, and the other one for their gay child. And then she asks that they write all of the sins under each column that are punishable by death, and then to get very, very worried for their own lives. So shout out. I really would like to hear more from her because, again, she's giving us a perspective that we don't get to hear that often. Shout out also to Tracy Bain of Windy City Media Group. There is a really awesome development that's happening in Chicago. The old police station at Addison and Halsted, which also has a center. It houses the center on Halsted, It's near the Addison Red Line, just 3 blocks away. They now have an LGBT senior housing complex, which is great. It's 3 levels. They're actually going to be accepting applications very, very soon, starting in May. So please do your research. Apparently, it's through CHA and Homeland Housing. 10 years in the works of getting this organization, getting the local government and people involved in this groundbreaking space. LGBT seniors are often left out of our conversations. However, LGBT seniors are the reasons why we can even go out there and protest, that we can even begin to have conversations that move forward LGBT rights. So I just wanted to say thank you, Tracy, for sharing that news. And you can find Tracy's news and views, particularly on the LGBT community in Chicago, at Windy City Media Group. Tracy Baim, B-A-I-M, and she's on YouTube. I think she's a friend on Facebook of mine too. Going on right now, this is for the men in the house. In LA, Sid Sigler, I'm not sure if he's a part of this, but Sid, shout out to you because you're doing some great things moving forward, gay experiences and spaces in the sports world. I'm talking about the major sports world. So right now, in Hollywood, in West Hollywood, at the Gym Sports Bar, he and some group, the Gay Games 9 registration is happening today, 6 p.m. Pacific time is right about now. Go down there, men and women, and register to be a part of the 9th annual Gay Games. These things start off as dreams. And then a lot of people tell you, no, 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 it's not possible. And then it happens. You have the first one, and now almost a decade later, and we actually hope to be a part of that event in Cleveland this summer. Actually, I think it's next summer. But there is a registration that's happening out in West Hollywood that you guys want to be a part of. So that's national news for now. And we're going to offer international news. Again, if you're anywhere, oh, no, we can't stop. There's something happening in Utah right now, especially on the 26th, on Saturday. Utah is really pushing towards marriage equality. Now we just have like 3 or 4 states left. I think Arkansas, Alaska, Minnesota, and Montana are 4 states that are not doing anything in the courts, mind you, to progress marriage equality. So Utah being one of those states that's out in that area, it's really, really great to see what's happening there. So shout out to the families and the couples who have stepped up to lend their lives to this awesome experience of earning equality, the right to be married if you love another human being who's an adult, consenting adult. Anyway, shout out to you guys. I'm going to try to add links to all of these. Make sure you are subscribing. You have a Facebook option. You can find us at Sweet Entertainment Television on Facebook. You're here on YouTube at Official Sweet TV. I'm Molasses Jones. I'm always kind of promoting because that's, you know, when you're a solopreneur, just starting out, you have to do a lot of promotion on your own. However, we're going to be bringing you news, views, events for our community, by us, for us, all the time. Anyway, enjoy. I'm going to